You are now locked in to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast.
Hi guys!
Welcome back to the Sitting Down with the Sisters podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Ayo.
I'm Temi.
And I'm Ashley.
And we've got a full house.
Look at this.
Again.
We've got some guests here
And
today.
you might be thinking, wow, these lot look like you. Mm-hmm. They look like you. Like, what's going on today?
It's giving copies.
Yeah, photocopy, Control C, Control V.
Control P, paste.
Jesus.
She doesn't use the computer. She didn't finish school.
Tell me it's V.
It's C and V.
Hey.
No, I use P.
P. What?
Pushing P.
I push P. Which laptop do you have?
If it's Mac, it's definitely not P.
No,
Come on.
She didn't buy it from Steve Jobs. She bought it.
In Beckham.
It's a
Toshiba. You know, but she still be
Anyway,
CV.
let's introduce the people on this because basically we're doing a sibling takeover. Siblings unite.
I'm sorry, when I said that, my mum was like, oh, tell me, stop.
Today said I'm embarrassed already.
Embarrassed. It's 1 minute. Anyway,
I'm joking.
P.
Relax,
We'll start from this side.
And then
These are
going.
my siblings. Introduce yourselves.
My name's Tosin.
Woo!
I'm Muiwa.
Say it again.
I'm Muiwa.
Hi, Muiwa.
Welcome to Sitting Down with the Sisters.
This is my brother.
Woo!
Look how happy
Do you want to introduce yourself?
My name's Jide.
Hi,
Hi, Jide. Joy. And this is my sister, Naomi.
Why did you make your voice like that?
I'm not trying to show people who I really am.
Wow, who's watching?
In the comments, guess who's the older sibling and who's the youngest sibling.
Yeah.
That would be a good
really
comment
good.
startup.
And make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. SDWTS podcast.
Do you guys want to promote your social media?
Of course. I'm only on 167 followers. I needed to go up.
She said, of course, she took the floor.
So you can tell them what it is.
What's your name?
Naomi, so Naomi Bonas. Go and follow. I'll follow back.
You didn't spell the second one. Just in case.
What else will it?
Some people might know.
BONASS, and I'll follow back.
Wow.
Love that.
That's
for you.
beautiful. Anybody
Anyone
else?
No?
M.Hayes123 on Instagram.
Wait, say that one again.
M.Hayes123 on Instagram.
Powerful.
Anyone else want to share? I don't think he said, I don't care for those followers. Leave me alone. Don't follow me. I only follow people I know.
Anyway, today the theme was supposed to obviously do with family because obviously we're here with our family, and we wanted to talk along the lines of something to do with how obviously we've all been brought up by so obviously we all have the same parents, so same mum, same dad, everybody. We wanted to know how our parenting has shaped us all differently because obviously within your family unit there's the more outlandish sibling, there's the more reserved sibling, that type of vibe. So I guess the first question would be, in comparison to your siblings, what sibling are you in your house?
What sibling are you?
Yeah, like how would
That's
you?
a good question.
Yeah, like how would you describe yourself in comparison to your siblings? Yeah, well, you can start wherever. Yes,
Let's start over there.
Start over there.
We started here.
Should I answer or do you want to answer first? Because you're the guest, you answer.
Could you repeat your questions?
What type of sibling are you?
What type of sibling
Are you reserved? Are you outgoing?
I'm the rebellious one at the moment. But God willing, I will be on a different path.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
She'll come back to do her testimony.
What do you mean rebellious?
Okay, so I like. For me, I'm more of the outgoing. Yeah. I'm more out there, talking to people, socializing. Yeah. Whereas with her, she's more reserved.
Don't worry, she'll say her one.
I need to sell myself.
Just say yourself.
No, I mean,
but then you can. Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Compare.
Okay, so yeah, she's more reserved, and what I mean by rebellion is like basically I'm the middle child, so I have an older brother, and I'm not doing what my parents want me to do, and maybe it's because when I was younger, they wouldn't allow me to like go out as much. Like even going to sleepover, it would be deemed
strict.
that's bad,
Acceptable, yeah,
and not
it's
acceptable.
common in African households. People
Go and sleep. They're scared that they don't know the parents really well. They might do something bad to us. And I think that's quite common in the African household. They're very overprotective and very strict as well. So where they didn't allow me to go out, because people when they were like 13, 14, they were going out raves and stuff, and I wasn't able to do that. So now that is my life.
Basically, she's living it up.
I'm living it up. I'm living it up. Ja Rule, living it up. Hey. But I've come to realize that I can't be doing that for the rest of my life. And you have to reflect and sit with yourself and have that conversation. So that's what I mean by I really want to choose a different path to the lifestyle that I'm living. So I like the shisha.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she got it right, essentially. Yeah. I would say I'm more the reserved one. Not to say I'm not outgoing, but what I really admire about her is she can walk into any room and she can talk to anyone. Whereas with me, it takes a bit of time. Like I kind of like assess the environment, and then that's when I'll become more outgoing. So I would say I'm more the reserved one. I'm more the, I don't know what other word to use.
I feel like a lot of people would be shocked, you saying that, because on the
podcast they think she's a maniac.
So imagine them meeting her sister thinking,
but out of us two, out of us two,
I think what she means is that like I warm up to people more quickly than she does.
Yeah, that's what she means.
So I'm very open. Like as soon as I see you, I'm talking about what happened to me when I was 11, and you're there like, oh my God, I just met you. Why are you telling me this? And I don't really care. That's kind of person. But then she's like, she stands back. She likes to, observe.
Yes, I'm more like that.
And I'm more of, let's be friends.
For sure.
Got you.
What about you two?
Tell me, Andrew, there.
I'm basically the Naomi, and my brother's the Ashley. I don't know, you guys can probably tell already, but he's very reserved. In comparison to me, I'm a little chatty box in comparison to my brother. But I think we have our moments, like we can basically switch sides very quickly. But a lot of the time, most times, he's very reserved. Like he could be in a room, you wouldn't know he's there.
Babe, this is about you first.
I could be in the room, you probably will know I'm there. Probably, but depends on who I'm with. But in comparison to my brother, let me throw it back quickly from childhood. Growing up, I've always been the more outgoing one from the beginning. My parents even told us from when we were young, I was always the one to take risks and do different things. He was always the one that conformed, like he would listen and obey what our parents would say, but I was always the one that would just go out, like break the rules.
You're basically
I was
me.
the rule breaker. Yeah, I'm basically, I was the rule breaker. Like my parents would tell me, my mum literally used to say this, do you remember? She'd be like, when you were younger, we'll tell you not to do something, but you would do it just because you've been told not to do it or to get a reaction or something. But he would just not do it. He doesn't need an explanation, but because he's been told not to do it, he just wouldn't do it. But we're still like that now at our big ages. I'm still very outspoken. But I would say I'm a lot more reserved than I was though when I was younger. Definitely. A lot more. But I'm still, in comparison to him, I would say I'm just more the more outgoing one.
What would you say, Jide?
I think with me, what I realise is because she's a girl, so
what does that mean?
He's gonna tell us.
So that means I don't know if it's the same for everybody else, but as a boy, I tend to like have less friends, less. I don't know. It's just like keep within my little circle. Rather than going out, like my boys will just come over or chill, or I go to their house.
I don't think that's a gender thing, though.
I think it is a gender thing.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like
He's not accepting it.
No, I'm just wondering, innit?
I don't know. I feel like boys, they obviously go to parties, go to whatever, but there's only so much that boys do. Like, but girls on the other hand, it's like, I don't know.
I get what you're saying. Like,
I get what you're saying.
Girls share a lot more of their lives with each other, I think. Maybe.
No, I wouldn't say it's sharing more of their lives. It's more so like you will go out with each other more. So like, we don't need to actually have an event to go out and do something.
Exactly.
We're
just
chill.
We can even be on PS4.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But
I get
girls,
that.
It's like, oh yeah, go out, let's have a sleepover. Let's.
He said, well, you don't want to sleep over.
but with me, like for example, like with me now, instead of a sleepover, I'll go home no matter what time it is.
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter where, even if I'm in a different like city, I'll make sure I go home.
Fair.
Like, do you know what I mean? But my sister, she will sleep over at her friend's house.
She love a sleepover.
Hey, I want him too.
So I think it's just little things like that separates us. That's why she thinks she's more outgoing.
So what about our upbringing?
Upbringing, fair enough, but I'd say now we're kind of the same. But obviously, because you're a girl, you
express it different.
I still don't believe in the whole dividing the genders, but fair enough.
That's fair. Do you
What
want
about you guys?
You start.
Do you want to start, Mayo?
Absolutely, yeah. You can go first.
That's your start.
100%.
I think out of all my siblings, we have another sibling too. We have an older brother. I would say I'm the most emotional sibling. I'm the overbearing sibling. I want to make sure everybody's good.
I don't know about overbearing.
Is that it's not? Oh yeah, overbearing is not a nice word, but like I do the most. I'm that sibling. I do the most. I annoy them, like that type of vibes. But I'm also like a mother. I don't know. That's
She's
what
a
I would say.
mother.
I'm the emotional
I
sibling.
feel like you're losing that slightly now.
Yeah, because you guys have got old now. But like, in comparison to them, yeah, I'm also very outgoing. And I'm like the chatterbox. That's what I'd say.
She's the one that's most, if we're going by Naomi as the metric, she's the one that's most likely to go into a room and start talking to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, the two of us, me, I'm not necessarily like that.
What are you like, Mira?
Yeah, go to yourself.
I would say I'm the more, out of all of us, I wouldn't say I'm the most reserved,
No.
but I'm a balance of the two, because there's four of us. I think there's not actually one, there's kind of overlap. So I have my moments where I'm the most outgoing and I'm the most, like, I'm the life of the house. If anybody comes to our house, like, I'm the one that's making the most noise.
Yeah, I'd agree with
if
that.
I'm
as
not
well.
home, you'll feel that I'm not
I
home
don't
kind
see
of
that.
Amongst ourselves, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But in terms of like when we go out and things of that nature, depending on what the event is, I can either be very, very like just laid back, quiet kind of thing, or if I'm with people I'm comfortable with, I'll speak up a lot more. In terms of like friendship dynamics and whatnot, I think now compared to when I was younger, I go out a lot more, probably the most in the house.
Yeah.
That might be because they've paved the way, or that just might be because of who I am. But
Yeah, there's that too.
yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
you
a
can
good-
know now he's the youngest.
Yes,
you
he's
know,
the
from
baby.
that. For me, what's my position in the house?
You know it. Tell them.
Okay, I
feel
won't
like this girl
lie. I won't
kills me
lie.
so
I'm a
much.
nagger. I am a nagger.
That's recent though. He wasn't always an. Actually,
he wasn't-
to me, he was always a nagger.
I was
To me,
always
he
a
was a
nagger to
nagger.
him.
How you started with that?
Because she knows her role.
I'm actually trying to think.
She said
There's
that's
some
the
positives
nigger.
too. There's some
That's
positives too.
positives.
I'm for now. I'm also the driver and the hair.
She said she made that. She said for now.
For now, I'm the hairstyler, the hairstyler, the hairdresser.
Preach.
Your other
Else?
things too.
I mean, I'm motherly in my own ways as well.
Yeah.
What else?
You're the funny one.
Oh yeah,
That's
but
true.
I feel like
Oh my
we're all
days.
funny.
But we are all funny. That's
No,
why she wouldn't
definitely
say that. But
I
she's
feel like
definitely
we're
the
all
funny.
but
She's the
I'm
funny
the
one.
funny
Yeah,
one.
she's hilarious.
If you
Everyone.
guys think Ayo is funny,
Then you haven't met her.
Tossing's another level. I
But
swear
then
to
the
you.
thing about Tossing that she might not say, like, because you hear people say she's funny all the time, but because she's not like me, where I'm a chatterbox, Tossing only talks like
Every
when
now and
she's
again.
but when
But
she
it depends.
speaks, she talk and she's also like she's like an auntie, but like in a young person's
Sorry.
body.
That's your thing. She doesn't. I don't know if she'll claim that.
She would never claim it, but everybody knows.
I mean, I used to hate claiming it, but I've started to see the positive in it. That like, it's not that bad to be said to be.
It's
claimed
not.
auntie. It's just.
She's a person that she's been serious from earlier than all of us. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's had her
It's true.
priorities in order from earlier than us.
Yeah.
Like she's the type of person I'll tell her I'm doing something, she'll just is that wise? Like
my
but
God,
she's
that's my
do you know what I mean? But
brother.
she's younger than me, do you get what I mean? So
That is Tossing.
That's
yeah,
Tossing, like
facts.
but,
why is
yeah.
it always the younger siblings that sort of have like just seems a bit more responsible?
Yeah.
But that's the thing, she's not the most responsible.
it's true. No, I'm saying
My
yeah.
brother's just. I feel like my brother is more responsible than I am.
I'm the most responsible, I think, in my house.
Hey, what you
Don't,
judging
not to
responsible
say
by?
we're not to say say we're not.
You're not responsible at all.
I'm a very
I'm
responsible person. Like
I don't think she's the most responsible.
Yeah, I think that's what Ayo should say as well. She's not the most responsible, but
what do I do?
But she's responsible. Exactly. That's what you should say. I don't think you should say you're the most responsible.
So who's the most responsible?
I don't even think you should.
Listen, don't be humble. It's alright.
It's not
Honestly, I don't see. It's the fact that she's shy.
Why do you think it's you?
because from a young, everybody knows this. Yeah,
Although it's a young age of today.
No, but I'm gonna speak about it all.
When I say 2022,
We're taking up too much of the time. You see, there's other people.
No, we're transitioning. Don't worry, into another avenue. In Yoruba households, if you're aware, yeah, the eldest daughter tends to just be that girl. So like from young, I'm gonna explain. So from young, I was doing things that adults were supposed to do. I do my parents' taxes, like I do all these random stuff that as a child. Yeah, like as a child, you shouldn't be doing. Like I don't know. Like I used to.
Not him trying to expose me on national television.
Anyway, that's just an example. Another example, technically you can relate. We had to pick our siblings up from school.
Yeah,
like,
But
that's what I'm saying is like we were still kids when we were doing that. Is what I'm saying.
The age difference between me and my brother is only 2.5 years, and I basically raised him.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You will say the same.
Of course, he's
But
gonna.
the perceptions are different, innit? But that's how it felt for us when we was growing
We used
up.
to pick you up from primary school. We used to make you food when mum and dad were out.
At work.
Up until 3 months ago,
I thought this is turning into an argument, yeah?
It's not argument.
It's real life.
That's how siblings
Siblings.
talk. Yeah. But like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Things like that. Like, obviously, they're saying I'm not the most responsible because obviously everybody does their own responsibilities in the house, and it's not a comparison thing. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But as in, like, the things I'm responsible for are like, I book the family flights. I do all of that type of stuff. But that's my bad.
The thing is, she's not the most responsible. Her dad gives her the most responsibilities.
Like,
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. That's the only
It's
difference.
even
Let's say
different
the
the
family
way.
was going on
Okay,
holiday.
we're having. Yeah, you guys go.
Tammy, let's say the family was going on holiday. Who would they tell to book the tickets?
Aish.
Tammy, really?
The point is, at the end of the day, as siblings, basically it's just the both of us. So
Yeah,
my
there's
mum,
just
my
them
dad,
two.
me and my brother. And I think it's so nice that you know, he's a guy and I'm a woman, whatever. Like, so we both have our, you know, 2 different personalities. But one thing I will say is, because we're so different and we're so alike at the same time, we both have different responsibilities in the house.
What's the answer?
And we do,
Who's booking?
and we do what needs to be done in it.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? We both do. Do you feel like you do most of what needs? Like, yeah, all right.
That's his perspective, isn't
Fair
it?
enough. I think he's lying.
Not a lie.
No, but similar with what Ayo was saying about booking the flights, I feel like there's different things that I could say I'm the most responsible because I do her hair, my mum's hair. He used to have hair. I used to do his hair. I used to do my older brother's hair as well sometimes. Yeah. Like, I could say I'm the most responsible because I was doing that, and I've been driving people. Yeah. And my dad will sometimes say, "Oh, I'm not driving today," and then I'll be driving everybody. Do you know what I mean?
But I could be responsible for tidying up the kitchen,
and then,
doing
no,
the hand.
No,
don't bring that up because she'll drag me.
But you see, so I'm not gonna say I'm more responsible. But
Okay, let's not compare. We have different responsibilities because we all have our strengths, innit?
It looks different for
He's
everyone.
not responsible for anything.
Okay, yes and no, because I'm the youngest, they don't look to me for that.
Yes.
Yeah,
But in my own time, when it's time to step up, I step up. I do my
Yeah, of
part.
course, yes.
That's it. As long as you step up when you need to step up.
He said, I do what I do.
Yeah, I took it back. I
As long
took
as
it
you
back.
step up and take responsibility when you need to, I think it's fine.
That's what's
Which
most
I
important.
think we all do.
Yes. Do you guys have any perspective on
Sorry,
this?
yeah.
Sorry, we've just been laughing. I feel like it's equal. It depends what it is. It depends. Like you said, it looks responsibility looks different for each of us. I feel like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's equal.
What?
Very much so.
We should have a soppy part now. Are you guys ready for the soppy part?
What's the soppy part?
The soppy part is what's your favourite thing about your sibling?
Oh. Tell me and Jida, you can go first.
Sorry, I just wanted to...
I'll go.
Okay. Oh,
See, tell me when I called your name, you wasn't ready. What happened?
how do you think I feel when you
Call me.
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Sorry, sorry, did they go?
Oh my gosh, I'm spitting.
I'd say that because it's just because there's only 2 of us. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to say if there was 3 because I don't know what that feels like. Because there's only 2 of us, she's just always been the person that's always there. Like, you know, when you just have that one person that's like basically your twin. So that's
Tell me, what's your face not doing?
No, do you know why? Because you're saying, in other words, you don't really have a choice. So I'm the one you.
That's not what he said. That's what you're hearing.
He said,
you see, this is what they say women always do.
No, but he's just saying.
You say one thing, she's hearing something
He
else.
said there's two of us. I don't know what would happen.
No, he's saying that you're like his twin, like you're
closer to the third person if they were around.
like he's saying you're like his twin, like you guys are like this.
Well, like you're always there for
for each other. That's his favorite thing.
What's your favorite thing about him?
I would say, obviously, being the older sibling, I've watched him grow, and sometimes it's so weird seeing that this guy's taller than me. First of all, like he's actually taller than me.
They're
That's
big.
strange.
Yeah.
I used to be taller than him, but he's turned into like an alright man, innit?
Don't say all right.
Like he's.
You heard our story time. He pull up in the Sri Lanka. He's a serious brother.
It's true. It's hard to believe that he was on the phone to the guy. Like, let me speak to your manager. You guys should have been watching. If you haven't watched, go and watch the last podcast.
Yeah, thank you. From someone who never used to begin with. Now
We've come a long way.
I'm joking. We thank God for growth.
She looks forward to driving with the
Yeah,
podcast
I
now.
listen to it when I drive now.
Okay.
All the time.
Real one.
It's just obviously he's just doing what he needs.
He looks
to do.
out. He looks out for you a lot as well.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Like she always says it.
In what ways? In what ways? Sorry, I just
Like that. Like an example. Like picking her up and stuff.
Like literally, if she has anything wrong with her car, if
She's calling you.
stranded anywhere.
You're the first person she's calling.
Literally anything that happens to her, I feel like she'll call me first.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's cute.
Tell me.
Yeah, it goes back to what people were saying about being
really
the
nice.
only like two.
To be fair, what he said wasn't even that bad because we have each other.
Yeah, and
my
it's
parents say.
and you've always said that as well.
Yeah, I've always said because my mum's always told me like it's just the both of you.
That's what I was gonna say.
So when siblings, my mum really hates when she sees like other siblings like arguing and just not being cool with each other. She honestly hates it. Like we were brought up to always respect each other, like not shout at each other in the house. Like even when me and him are having like heated conversation, not necessarily arguments, she doesn't even like it. She doesn't like when we disagree because she's just always had that whole it's just the both of you. If me and your dad are not here tomorrow, you've got each other. You need to stick with each other. So I think we just grew up with that, and yeah, like you said,
Your mum made sure of that.
Anything that happens, like literally I could just be feeling sad and I'll wake up and I'll tell him.
That's so cute. I love that.
Anyway,
You guys go next because we've been speaking bare. You know, there's three of us.
Okay, I'll say with what we saying what we like the most, or one of the things.
Yeah,
that we
just
like.
one of your favorite things about your sibling.
I would say one of my favorite things about Naomi is definitely her boldness. Like she's just unapologetically herself. Like it doesn't matter who's there, doesn't matter who's watching, doesn't matter the environment. She's just authentically herself, and she's not changing that.
It's facts.
And that's what I love, and that that energy is contagious. Like whenever she's around, like Temi or Io or just whoever, like she has a very welcoming spirit. Yeah. So it makes the other person feel welcoming enough to be themselves, and I think that's very powerful. That's what I would say.
I love that.
Really nice. Thank you.
do you know I've actually never seen them like be horrible to each other? That's so cute.
I can't say that.
You don't live with us.
Yeah, it happens. Especially because we're close in age as well. Yeah, it's
You know,
a lot.
siblings
We'll
fight.
talk about
I
it
hardly
after.
see it anyway. That's good.
But yeah,
What about you?
for me, for Ashley, I would say that she's just very. I'm really glad that for me, I think what I'm getting in my spirit is you always need someone that's, if you're a mess, but then they're still level-headed and
Just bring that balance.
yeah, like when you're down, they're up. Because I struggle with my mental health. She can be someone that I am.
She's reliable.
Oh, don't cry.
Powerful things, guys.
Hey, she's gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
That's so sweet, Naomi.
Oh,
I'm fine. So
Don't touch the mic. The wire, please.
I'm screaming.
it's okay. I think what I'm meant to say is that like someone who's just, because my relationship with God has been up and down. And even though sometimes people hide it very well, I think she hides it really well if she's going through something. and maybe she is, but she's always there. Like, she's just, I don't feel like the word for her being there is not even enough. It's the fact that she's just present. Somebody who's just present.
Constant.
Somebody who's just consistent. When I need prayer, like, she's there.
She's gonna make me
get
cry.
yourself a sis like Ashley and
You see, this is what I'm
if
talking
your sister like Ashley, you guys need to
Like,
What are they supposed to do?
Do you know what I always... Sorry, I need to finish. Do you know what I always...
She said I'm crying, but I'm crying, but I can finish. Let me finish.
Go.
Do you know what I always pray, is like, you know how she said that I can be myself?
Yeah.
Someone who... I always pray to God that when I have a husband, when he comes, that the way I'm around her, myself, is the way that I want to be around my husband. It's like, I want my husband, you know when they say you want your husband to be the female version, I want my husband to be the female
the male version of
her.
That's really sweet. That is.
Yeah, so like, I could be very emotional like you, Ayo, then she can be very logic. Do you know what I mean? When I'm saying, I want to be ready to cut this person off, and then she'd be like, Naomi, just show them grace. Be like this, react like this way. So she will kind of make me think logically when I'm very emotional. And I feel like a lot of men are like that, because men are very emotional. That's why I say I want my husband to have most of her qualities. So yeah,
that's really sweet.
Really balance each other out.
Yeah, no, we
we
do. She's the yin to my yang.
Yeah.
Like, we really do balance each other. It's crazy. And that's why, like, when we butt heads, we really do butt heads, especially because we're quite close in age as well. So it's just, sometimes it can be a fire, but one thing about fire, the fire will be put out.
Hallelujah.
Amen.
Glory.
I pray.
You put
and I said twice.
Right.
what is this?
You're gonna start.
This is me.
I'm really sorry for getting emotional, but
you apologize.
it came from my heart, innit?
beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
What I love most about Muiwa, I'll start with.
I feel like we do this often. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I feel like we've done this not long ago. But I think it was Muiwa just generally, I love the way he's very generous. Muiwa is a very generous person. Like, growing up, I don't know why, but we were all in our own way quite stingy. And it was just, I think, the way we grew up in terms of our parents used to, well, mainly our mum, she used to label like our clothes, like especially me and I obviously used to have a lot of the same clothes because there's only a year between us. So my mum will put Tosin in the label, and you look at the label, okay, this is mine. And so everything is yours. It's like, if this is your portion of food, this is mine. So when you now come to sharing, it's like, it's mine. So then with Muiwa, I don't know because he was the youngest,
And
or
there's
what.
a gap between, like,
That's the biggest gap
between
between
close, and then,
any of the
him.
siblings. So I don't know what happened to him, but he just ended up getting this generous spirit. So he was always generous from young. You ask me for something and he'll give it to you. And also just his spirit, I guess, in the house, he does lift it up. He's always, whether it's his work, he's supposed to be working, bear in mind, working from home. This boy is doing a rap or he's singing.
Don't expose him before
Sorry,
he's
I'm not trying to
employed.
drag it. But hey, please, he's a very sensible someone. But it always just makes you laugh, it makes you smile. Sometimes I think to myself, what's happening there? Like, why is this my house? Imagine someone just came in, they'll think this is a crazy place. But anyway, yeah, that's Muiwa. For Ayo, what I love most about Ayo, I think, is, well, like she said, she's kind of like a jack of all trades. She has a lot of skills that she's good at, like a lot of different things. You can go to her and ask her something and she'll know. Like, whether it's, what do I press on my laptop to get this to work? It's not been working. It's like,
IT
Ayo
technician.
knows. She'll know the place to look to, like, find out for you. That's one big thing that I think I really like about Ayo. She's just very resourceful.
I love that.
That's the word.
Yeah.
She will go.
No, you go.
Okay.
This is
Don't
cute.
be shy, Muiwa. You can do it.
What do I like? I think similar to what Tosin said, Ayo is resourceful. I think also because me and Ayo share very similar stance in style recently compared to most other siblings. So like I trust her opinion a lot with a lot of things. Like as Tosin mentioned, like my music or whatnot. I share it with all of them to be honest. They have no choice. But I often because we all also grew up doing music, so I also trust their opinion a lot when it comes to that. And I think with all my siblings in general, there's a level of vulnerability that I think we've just grown to be accustomed to, and they accept me in any form I come with. So that's for both of them. In terms of for Tosin, I think Tosin's always been like, for a long period of time when my two siblings went to uni, it was always just me and Tosin. I think during that time we became really close, and I realized that I could lean on her a lot, because while I may be the most emotional, I might not show my emotions in many ways, but I know that Tosin has always often been a rock for me. So that's what I was saying.
They're so cute.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
This is warming.
This
my
is
heart.
therapy. I can't lie.
It's true.
Ayo.
Yeah, I don't want to cry. I feel like you guys.
You
know
don't want
me.
to cry.
My favorite thing about
Cry.
yeah,
Lay it out.
that's
I
just
don't want to be the only one on a podcast that's crying.
No, my favorite thing about Tosin
Please.
is that, like, she's me, and I'm her. But like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, our sense of humor, I think, is my favorite thing about her. Like, we can literally look at something and we'll just both burst out laughing. And we think a lot of the same things at the same time. Because we're 1 year apart, sometimes it feels like we're twins, because like, it's very, like, I don't know. My favorite thing also about her is just her. She's just funny. Like, when you watch something with Tosin, because also we have different exposures to things. Like, I'm on social media more and stuff like that. She's very like in a different lane. So like, and she's her perspective on stuff, literally
Powerful.
Like,
tell you as well. Powerful.
like, it's just my favorite. Like, I just think she's amazing, actually. And this guy, yeah. He's everybody's favorite, I feel like, because he's just the best. Like, from when he was young, like, you know, when you have like sibling rivalry, you can't really have sibling rivalry with Muiwa, because he's just the best. Like,
we used to fight.
Yeah, because you guys are together, innit? But like he's just, to me, he's always been like my child, my baby. Obviously, he's not, but that's just how I feel. And my favorite thing about him is just he's very genuine. Like, he's very gentle, very sweet. Like, you know, a lot of boys, when they grow up and they go through that phase in secondary school when they become like a riot and a tyrant. Like, he was never that. Like, he's been precious from the day he was born. Like, still to this day, he's just the sweetest soul. Like, everybody that meets him as well, all my friends love him.
Yeah,
like,
I love him.
She's talking about me.
Yeah, they obsessed with him because he's just.
I'm obsessed.
He's genuinely such a sweetheart, and like watching who he is now. Like, as Temi said about him being tall, like. When I was little, like, he was literally short and chubby. Like, he was the smallest little thing.
Same way they used
Do you
to
know what I'm
ask for our phones to play
Can
games
I play games
on?
on your phone?
What?
Now, like, when people see him, they can't believe every day he's so handsome. Every day they're just telling me, like, look at your brother. And I'm just like, yeah. And he's very inspirational too, because he had a different journey with school and everything. But like, where he is now, at such a young age, like, he's beyond
Phenomenal.
his years. Like, he's just, and he's wise too.
God, look at this high praise.
This is kind
This
of
was
a verse.
beautiful.
Yeah, no, I
Thank
just,
you.
Wow.
I love this.
I just love my
Do
babies.
you know whilst everyone was talking, I was just having thoughts and just thinking in terms of like our upbringing and stuff. Would you guys say that would you guys say, how do I put this? Everyone just seems quite emotional, like being able to express their feelings and just saying things. Not to say what me and my brother aren't like that, because we are, but I feel like your upbringing sort of molds you into that kind of adults where you just don't, like, you don't hold back when it comes to your feelings. You just say exactly how you're feeling. Like, you don't mind being a bit soppy or vulnerable. And I remember growing up, me and you, Ayo, in secondary school, I think you were one of my first friends that made me reflect on that I wasn't such an emotional person as such, or maybe I just didn't like expressing my feelings and be vulnerable. And obviously now that everyone's here talking about their feelings, I feel like we're both like that. And what I'm basically getting at is maybe that's due to upbringing, because if we're both like that, why is that the case? Like, why are we not as
soppy?
Do you feel like we're like the emotional bunch, like, in our family? I feel like mum is, but in terms of like me and you, like, even to say something nice about him, I was just like, oh, he's nice.
I get what you're saying.
Do you get what I mean? Like, we know what it is. Like, we don't need
You
to
don't say it out loud.
these
But
things.
you don't say it to
We
each
don't-
other as well, like, all the time.
Hardly ever,
Yeah.
but we know what it is.
It's interesting you bring up upbringing, because I wouldn't say when we were growing up, like, our parents were emotional or vulnerable like that with us at all.
But where do you feel like you guys have got that from?
We formulated it amongst ourselves. Like, when we got to a certain age, we've had obviously stuff going on in our family as well that I think that really triggered it, where we were just like, we need to have each other, all four of us. Like, we need to have each other. Like, when I tell you there's been times, it'll be me, my brother, my sister. Like, when Tosin was at uni, for instance, there was a time we drove up to see her, and like that day we cried, all 4 of us. Like we'll have these really like just check-ins where we just all talk and express our feelings about stuff, because I just think it's really, because obviously these are the people that you're literally, they're chained to you for they're your people. Do you know what I mean? Like, and so it was a thing we decided to do for ourselves. We definitely weren't brought up like that. So that's what I was
gonna say, because there's some people where you can grow up in the most loving household and you can be that way, and then sometimes life happens, and then you kind of just, it changes you, you go back in your shell. So I do think your upbringing can have an impact, and it can definitely affect that. But I think it's just more so like the decisions you make as you grow up, and the conscious decisions that you make anyway, to be intentional about stuff like that. Yeah, it depends.
There's definitely elements of my parents that are emotional. Like my dad, more than my mum. I used to see my dad cry more than my mum growing up, just because he's the emotional one. Like he'll watch a wedding and cry. He's that type of person. So like I see stuff like that from him, and I can see how that influenced me. And then I feel like it will then influence like those little things, like little things, but it wasn't like a thing like when we was growing up. It's not like I love you 24. There was never that. There was never none of that. None of you're beautiful, telling you your favorite thing about you. Nothing. There was none of that. But like it's something that for me, because we grew up in this country as well, where you are more expressive. Your mind is more like you're open to so many things. You see things. You want better for your siblings, innit? You want better for that dynamic. So like we just cultivated around amongst each other, because they are my people, innit? So I want that relationship to be solid. So I would say that
makes sense.
I also think that it's in a family you always pick like who you want to be emotional to.
Right.
So
True.
what I've noticed is my sister and my mum, they like whenever they want to be emotional, they're emotional together. Well, especially my sister. Like if life is lifing for her, for example, she'll pick up the phone, she'll call my mum, she'll talk about it. And then
Did you do it to?
I'll do it to mum as well, you know.
Oh,
To
That's
you as well,
cute.
but to mum.
but your mum is that girl. She's been that girl.
Yeah. She's not one of them.
We just dump on her.
As in, no, she's a mum. Your mum is a mum.
Okay,
I can imagine
That's
my sister,
that's
I don't know,
interesting.
if she was at uni or something and she wasn't happy with a grade or something happened to her, she'll literally call my mum.
Yeah, I remember.
And I wouldn't even know.
Like you probably found that through her.
Exactly.
That's crazy. I'm like Temi.
Yeah, you guys speak to
and
your
it's
parents a
so
lot.
crazy, because growing up, my mum was never that person. Like I was she wasn't my go-to. I would say it was more my dad for me. Like if there was an issue at school or like whatever it was, I would just go to my dad, and that actually makes me sad, because I wish the relationship that I have with my mum now, I wish I had that growing up. Like I wish so bad, but it's fine, it's whatever. So I would say that I'm like Temi in that sense. Any wrong small inconvenience, I'm calling my mum.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happened?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, no, sorry.
This sounds a bit chaotic, but do you guys think your parents have a favourite sibling?
A favourite child, you mean?
Favourite child.
Yeah,
Yes.
100%. And we know
You
who they
know,
are.
deep down,
everybody knows who it is.
Let's be honest, like deep down, they'll never admit it, and they should never admit it as parents, but we all know.
What every sibling group knows.
I
We-
wouldn't say
should-
favourite.
should
I
we-
would say my parents would
Like
go to
more
my sister
fun.
Ashley. You know, you're talking about plane tickets earlier. We'll go to Ashley for that.
No, we're not talking
That's not
about,
what we mean
we're
by
talking
favourite.
about actual you can just
Oh,
say
no.
radio.
Yeah, like as in like there's something in that child that they're like,
This is the one.
that's
my child.
But they can never say it because they
and
love
it's not a
their
thing that they
children.
don't love the rest of us.
They do love all
Yeah, no, of course it's not. I know what you're saying.
That child has like maybe
It's
the
just having
one
a best
that
friend. You have friends, but you just have one that
she's
you
one
just.
too.
that child came out the most like how you wanted them to.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
That's the best way to do
That's
it.
how I describe it, because it's tossing in our
That's
house.
actually a way
No,
for
but
No,
Tosin's
they do,
our
I
favourite
can't
for
lie
our
to
mum.
you.
No,
Our dad's
I think
favourite is
Tosin-
you.
Oh,
100%
yeah, I
is
see
you.
that.
He is
It's
you.
you.
Obviously, I'm not in it,
It's
but I can
you.
tell.
Tosin, speak.
Okay.
Who do you think you're?
Tosin is definitely
it's either-
Tosin is the favourite of
it's
both of
either
us.
her
And if you think,
or my
guys,
older
don't be
brother.
humble. If you think it's you, say
Say
it.
yeah,
No,
like be
for my
honest.
mum, I could say I feel like at this point in life, yes, I think it's me. But I think before it used to be either my younger brother or my older brother for my mum. But it changed at a point just because of life.
Sometimes it does
going
change.
through.
Yeah, like-
Depending
yeah.
on what's happening.
What's happening
yeah.
exactly. So then it became like me and my mum were just closer, and she used to come to me more for different things, or I'd go to
Yeah.
vice versa. But then for my dad,
100% is Io. It's Io, bro.
It's guys.
100%.
I promise you.
Everybody, anywhere he goes, that he has to take somebody, he's taking her.
He does. That's true.
Anywhere.
But I don't
think that makes me his favorite.
Anything in life, trust me.
I see it.
It could be because she's the older one.
If he was breaking down
No, but okay, let me explain. Yeah, no, the thing is, my dad leans on. Yeah, my dad leans on me.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm his. Let me tell you why.
Because he's different. He shows it less than mum does, but trust me.
No, he leans 100%. My dad leans on me. If it's anything that he needs, especially emotional stuff or like just to take care of stuff, it's me. 100%. But
because he knows that you can.
I just think it's because he knows I can do it. Like,
I think he just choose not to see.
I don't necessarily know
But
that.
then that can also mean
that I'm his favorite.
That you're his favorite because he knows you can do those things. So it's like this,
and he loves it.
Child.
I think people say that as well because
humble,
no, it's not even that. I just think people say it a lot because when I was younger, when I was a child, I was a daddy's girl, and two, like me and my dad are kind of similar. So like I just think that's why people say that. But yeah,
if it's not her, he doesn't have one.
Fair. Oh, so you don't think it's Tosin?
No, I don't think he thinks it.
Okay. Well, you might be. Miwa can be a fave too.
Yeah, I think everybody
loves Miwa off.
Yeah, I feel like your dad has a soft spot.
Oh yeah, my dad definitely has a soft spot.
Yes.
1 million.
Moira, if I say the reasons now,
1,000,000% no. The thing is, my dad, like even when he talks about me, he says my baby.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean anything.
He
It doesn't mean
literally
anything.
like, he is the
Yeah, but no, but like
so maybe
it's
that's
still an endearing. Like my dad loves. Yeah, he loves it off.
100%, but I know I'm not his favorite.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah, next.
Anyway, next.
Thank you, next.
I'm just telling you.
We're not even.
Yeah, we
disagreeing.
this is not even.
This
We
is-
all know.
Is it
now.
Jide?
Basically, my mum's favorite is my brother. And my dad's favorite is me.
Oh, that's cute though. It's balanced.
So it's like
that's
mommy's
cute.
boy and then daddy's
Yeah.
girl.
It's balanced though. It's balanced.
Even though, we
It's
have our
balanced.
moments, but most times, let's hope all the time.
No, it's balanced. I think that's
Makes
very
sense,
sweet
yeah.
though. It's balanced.
Yeah. What about you guys?
I don't think my parents.
yeah, I think there's
They do.
moments.
They're just not gonna tell you.
Maybe and I feel like there's
Our parents didn't tell us.
true. There's moments.
We know.
Oh, there's moments.
Maybe you
where-
guys don't like that terminology. That might be what it is.
Like
I think there's
favourites.
moments. I would say maybe like there's moments where, for my dad, it's me because me and him are very, very similar. We're the most alike.
That's like me and my dad.
So like with him, he doesn't have to explain things to me. I get it.
Yeah.
Because we're very similar in that sense. But my mum, I don't know.
Fair.
My mum, I genuinely do not know because she's the same with both of us.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't
She's
feel favorited. Like,
Yeah.
anyway.
That's fair.
And even if they do, they don't make us like. They don't,
It's not knowledgeable.
Yeah, it's not. It's
Maybe
not obvious.
it might be a Nigerian thing, innit?
Our parents don't be hiding it at all.
Yeah, maybe it's a Nigerian thing, innit?
Yeah.
'Cause
If my
you lot-
mum watches it, she'll be so angry.
It's facts though. It's life.
It's true. I wonder what they would say about it.
Yeah.
They say no.
Of course they'll say
We
no.
definitely challenge them about it.
Like,
loads
yeah.
of times.
Of course they'll say no, but it's
Yeah,
facts.
of course they'll say no.
I mean, my dad doesn't really say much on that. But
But I think you're a daddy's girl through and through.
100%.
Through and through.
110.
Like even though she has princess syndrome.
Yeah, she does.
Oh my God, yeah. That one, guys, let's not be saying it before he starts to realise and stop.
He's not gonna stop.
He'll never stop.
Especially because there's only one of you.
Even when she's married, he won't stop.
You guys remember from season 2, he's paying her phone bill. Anyway,
Yeah, bye.
Do you know who pays your phone bill?
My dad pays for it.
yeah, no, they're very well taken off in that family. When there's only two of you
He pays your
there,
phone bill, you know.
I used to pay for it. To be fair, I kind of pay for it, but
Sometimes.
sometimes he pays for it.
oh, that's
Can I come into your
I don't have a
family?
sometimes. Sorry.
I think it's generally because there's two of them though.
Can I give your parents my phone? No, I'm playing.
But yeah, this has been a really
But
good.
there's certain
Yeah,
things
go on.
that I don't know if it's because I see it as my responsibility. There's certain things that I would pay for that she wouldn't even think of paying for.
Oh, okay.
Something like car insurance,
Yeah.
buy my actual car. Like I'll do that. She'll, Dad, oh, can I do this? Can I do
It's
that?
the princess syndrome. She got it.
It's
Through
the
and
princess
through.
in her. She can't help it.
Yeah.
But I pay for things, guys. Don't.
Of course.
She
doesn't.
I'm a working woman. I'm a
Right.
working woman. I take responsibility.
Well done.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, no, this has been a beautiful
Yeah.
episode. Siblings, do you have anything last words?
Any last words?
It's been nice being
It's
on
been-
the podcast.
yeah.
So short.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is,
Go
when
short.
you talk with people, it feels
Yeah.
short.
Time
Yeah.
flies.
But
It's
yeah,
been like
thanks.
what 45 minutes.
Thanks for inviting us. Don't forget to follow me as well. Yeah.
I knew she was gonna say
You guys
that.
enjoy it.
I loved it. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I was a bit nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
There's
That's
nothing
fair.
about
It's
it.
normal the first
You did
couple
really
times.
well.
Yeah, but you
Thank
all
you.
did so
You
well.
all did well. Thank
We're
you
so
for
happy you
coming.
guys came on.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you watch our podcast?
Sometimes.
Oh, thanks, Chide. You share it to your friends as well.
I listen.
But yeah, follow us on all our social media platforms. Follow Naomi, and we'll see you in our next episode. I'm saying, how are you singling out there? Follow me as well. M.Hayes123.
But I don't want no man in my DM. All right, don't do it. Don't do it.
All right, thank you guys.
And I'm free and that.
Oh, you know, I'm not.